Happy Flow Yoga here again to guide you through a nice and gentle restorative practice. This is going to be a bit of a shorter practice, but with some guided meditation, some guided body journeying. So let's find ourselves with the props that we're going to need today. Always fun to have an eye mask, a couple of blankets, as many pillows as you would like to set yourself up in some very comfy poses. So like with all of my other classes, I'm going to start this one out with an affirmation card. So let's just trust that whichever card I choose in this moment is the card that you are meant to hear today. So let's see. Find a good one. Ah, beautiful. It says, everything I need is already within me. So that can be our mantra for today, for today's practice. It could be your entire mantra for your week, your month, however long it feels good and that it serves you. So for today's restore practice, we're going to begin on our backs. You can take a blanket to have resting on your belly or completely drape over you for added comfort and security. Sometimes it's nice to have a blanket underneath the head and a pillow underneath the knees to help take off some of that pressure with your lower back. So set yourself up however you would like to start your practice today. It does not have to look like this if this doesn't feel good. This is just an option. And whatever it is, find yourself in a comfy, supported pose. Let yourself settle in. And begin to take inventory of your body here. You can close your eyes or you can place your eye mask over your eyes. And begin to notice your body. And as you settle in, start to pay attention to how your body rests on the mat and into your props. And take a moment here to see if you can adjust your body to make yourself 5-10% more comfortable. That could be lifting the hips. It can be turning your head from side to side or rolling the shoulders back underneath. Whatever you would like to do as you lie on your mat with your props. And begin to notice your breath. Begin to pay attention to the sound of the breath. Begin to observe the pace of the breath. Simply observing here, observing without judgment, without trying to change anything, just noticing. And as you settle in, if you would like to set an intention for your practice today, you could choose a word or a phrase, something that you'd like to come back to at any point if your mind begins to wander. Or if you'd like, you can take a moment to really visualize if there's a group of people or a single person, perhaps it's the entire world that you would like to dedicate your practice to. You can visualize this person or people and see yourself creating energy throughout your practice. Positive energy that you would like to put out into the world. And together, let's take a nice full inhale through the nose and release out through the mouth, releasing that intention out into the room. Another big breath in through the nose and let go through the mouth. Releasing that intention out into the space outside of the room. And another big breath in through the nose, and on the exhale, release that intention out into the world and beyond. Coming back to your natural breath. Begin to bring your awareness now down to the tips of your toes. And as you bring your awareness down to the tips of your toes, begin to feel the warmth of a beautiful, white, healing orb of light. You start to feel the warmth as it tickles your toes, as it weaves its way in and around, starts to surround the feet. And on your inhale, you feel that warm, bright, healing orb of light enter through the soles of your feet. You can start to feel the muscles in the feet and the ankles relax. And as we travel through the body, you can trust that this white healing light is taking its time through your body. It's healing areas of pain, areas of disease, areas that feel uncomfortable. It's also lighting up areas of darkness and helping to soften tight muscles, easing tension. And with your next inhale, you begin to notice that white healing light as it travels into the ankles and into the lower legs. Begin to feel that white healing light as it fills in the knees, covers the tops behind the knees. As it makes its way into the thighs, the hamstrings. It relaxes the hips, softens the glutes. Continue following that white healing light as it makes its way into your belly, your lower back. Feeling that light's energy as it makes its way into the ribs, the lungs, the middle back and upper back. Feel the warmth as it reaches around into the chest and the heart space. Making its way into the collarbones and the shoulders. Down into the biceps, the upper arms, into the elbows, and the lower arms. The wrists, the hands and the fingers. Take a moment here to pause and see if you can feel the energy, the orbs of light as they fill your palms, and the light radiating out of your fingertips. Continue following the light as it fills into the throat, the back of the neck, releasing the base of the skull, the jaw, the cheeks, the eyes, the ears, and the nose. Begin to feel it radiate out from the space in between your eyebrows. And take a moment here to travel back through your body if you noticed any areas that could use some extra love and attention. And if that space needs some extra encouragement, take a nice full breath into that space and let your body know that it is safe to let go. It is safe to relax so that you can begin to heal. And now take a moment to visualize yourself stepping outside of your body, looking down upon yourself as you glow so brightly, as you're filled with your white, healing light. You begin to feel it radiating into the entire room. You can trust that you have access to your white healing light at any point. You take the time to focus on your breath, focus on your body and your energy. And visualize that light as it fills your body, radiating out to whoever needs it. And then gently begin to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. As you start to wake your body up just gently, just enough, so you can take your time, rocking over to your favorite side so that you can press yourself up and find your comfortable seat. And in your comfortable seat, we'll only be here for a couple of breaths, but if it feels like it's a lot on the knees or the hips, you can take pillows or folded blankets and rest them underneath the knees. And this is going to be a shorter practice, so we're going to go right into a supported recline twist. What we're going to need for that setup is a blanket underneath the head and a pillow that can go underneath the knees, and possibly a blanket or a pillow that you'd like to put in between the knees. So we can begin on our left hip, stacking the knees on top of each other so that you're fully supported, the hips are supported, the knees are supported, and you're going to clap the hands together so they're resting one on top of the other. Remember Paula Abdul, her clap, we're finding the same pose, the same motion here as our hands rest on each other. And then with your next inhale, you're going to begin to drag that top hand across, giving a gentle lymphatic massage to the inner left arm as you open up the chest. Finding your shoulder blades rooting to the mat, or aiming for that at least, as the chest opens up, the knees stay stacked on your bolster, your pillow, your blanket. The gaze can stay up, or you can bring the gaze over the right shoulder for a bit more of a rotation in the neck. And feel the gentle twist and stretch of the side body, a gentle opening of the chest and the heart space, allowing the shoulders to release with each exhale closer to the mat. Begin to take a full breath in through the nose and let go through the mouth as you bring the right arm back over, finding your way to the left hip. You can hold here for as long as you'd like, and when you're ready, press through that top hand so that you can lift your body up just enough. So here, if you would like to rotate onto your right hip to face the opposite way, or if you want to flip over completely, like I am, bringing the blanket back underneath the head. See if that blanket feels good in between the knees. On this side, pillow underneath the knees. Setting up now on your right hip. Then we're going to find our Paula clap as our left hand reaches for the right hand. Inhale here and then begin to drag the left fingertips across, dragging on the inner arm, across the chest, reaching over to the other side. And observe if this side of your body feels any different. It's not uncommon for our bodies to totally differ from side to side. So if you need to readjust a little bit, give yourself permission. You're not stuck in any pose if it doesn't feel good. This is your practice, and we want to make sure that you feel supported and comfortable. Aiming for those shoulder blades to be rooted down to the mat as you find a comfortable arm variation, out to a T or cactus arms. And then begin to come back to your breath. Come back to your intention. And if you want a bit more of a neck rotation, bring the gaze over the left shoulder. Together, let's take a full breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. Coming back over to the right hip, stacking the hands. Hold here as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, press through that top hand to lift your body up. Coming to your comfortable seat as we set up for a recline bound angle pose. Now this pose is probably going to look different from person to person. Option to use a pillow, a long body pillow underneath the back. You don't even need to use a prop underneath your back. It's totally up to you. If you have a blanket or if you have a strap, you can always use it to facilitate a bit more of a hip opener. So for your blanket, I'd like to have you roll it up into like a long noodle. You'll bring your bottom up to the bottom of your pillow or your prop that's going to be supporting your back. Soles of the feet come together, knees out wide. Now, if you know that you have tight hips, you can place blocks or pillows or folded blankets underneath the knees. We're not shooting for a big body stretch. We're using the prop so that we can fully relax into this pose so that our body can really rest and allow itself to heal. If you want to use your blanket, take your noodle and place it on top of the feet. I'm going to move these so you can see. You'll take your blanket, place it on top of the soles of your feet, and then reach through the legs so that you can pull it closer. This just helps to keep the heels closer towards the glutes for more of a hip opener. If you strap yourself in and you realize you've made a bad decision, no worries, release it at any point, just finding something comfortable for you. So for me with my blanket, I'm gonna hold on to the ends as I recline down onto my pillow, releasing the head down. Ooh, and I got a little bonus here. I'm gonna rest my arms on my pillows right here. If it feels like it's a long drop from your chest or from your shoulders down to the mat, you can place blocks or pillows. You can even have your arms over the head if that feels good, or any other arm variation that's going to serve your body today. And allow the body to relax and drape over your props. And with each exhale, feel the knees and the hips release a little bit more. Coming back to that breath. See if you could breathe in and out through the nose. And when we breathe in and out through the nose, it slows the breath down, which slows our mind, slows our thoughts. And lets us know that we are in a safe space. Begin to bring the breath in through the nose and let go through the mouth. You can bring your hands to the outsides of the thighs as you bring the knees back together, releasing the strap or the blanket. And then from here, bring your feet out to the width of the mat, dropping your knees in towards each other for a knock-knee position. This could feel good for your lower back, or if some movement would feel better, you can drop those knees from side to side to find a gentle windshield wiper movement. Coming back to center. Let's begin to press ourselves up, coming back to the seat. And then from here, we're going to set up for our legs up the wall. Now, if you have a chair, you can do legs up the chair. You can set up for legs up a pillow or legs up the bolster. Whichever option you choose, see if you can have a pillow or a folded blanket placed under the hips to help elevate the hips a little bit. We're going to bring our body a few inches away from the wall. As you recline down onto your forearms, swinging the legs up, bringing your bottom closer to the wall. Now you might want to have a pillow or a blanket underneath your head. I'm going to go for a blanket. Feel free to wiggle around, get yourself as close to the wall as it feels good. And then you can connect with your body once again, hands on the chest, hands on the belly. arms out to a T or any other arm variation. Feeling your body begin to relax, but also at the same time, your legs start to feel energized. You can point and flex the toes to help get that lymphatic fluid out of the lower extremities, and with the hips lifted, that lymphatic fluid will bypass pooling in the hips and make its way towards the thoracic ducts so our immune systems can be strong and healthy. And with your legs up the wall, you can have your legs straight. You can find a wide V for inner leg stretching if that feels good. You can also come to a wall squat with the soles of the feet against the wall, knees bent, or soles of the feet together as the knees push out. We're going to hold here for a few minutes, so if you want to work your way through the different variations, feel free. Just making sure that you feel safe and supported. That might include laying a blanket over the belly or over the chest for some added weight and added sense of security, maybe some warmth. And then begin to come back to your breath. You can even begin to re-visualize that beautiful healing light as it fills your body, as it continues to heal, as it helps to continue encouraging you to relax. Let's take a full breath in through the nose and let it go through the mouth. Another big breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. And one more full breath in through the nose, and see if you can make it your biggest breath of the day. And completely let go through the mouth. Whatever leg variation you're in, begin to make your way over to your favorite side, taking your time here, being mindful of all movements and how your body feels as you make your way to one side. When you're ready, press into that top hand to lift yourself up. Coming back to your seat. Keeping the eyes closed or a soft and gentle gaze. And in your comfortable seat, you can rest your hands on your knees, palms facing down for grounding, palms facing up for receiving, or you can bring those palms together at heart center. I want to thank you for taking this time to show up on your mat, to show up for yourself. Thank you for taking this time to work on your healing so that you can better assist others throughout your daily life, as well as yourself. The light in me honors the light in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you.